Now, I recognize that it's February and that it is not really acceptable to still be in the Christmas season, but we did watch the new 2018 version of The Grinch a couple of days ago, and I enjoyed it. It was more Christmas themed than I expected from the trailers. I kind of got the idea that it was going to look at the Grinch's life outside of Christmas, and not really be like the same old I'm going to steal Christmas story that's been done and done and done. But one thing that it led me to ask is Ellie really liked it, and she also really likes Horton. Horton Hears a Who. Coincidentally, the Grinch and Horton have both been played by Jim Carrey, but that's neither here nor there. The question that arose in my mind was, are the Whovilles in both of those movies or franchises the same Whoville? In Horton, it's on a speck of dust, and in the Grinch, it's on a snowflake. At least that's one rendition of it. So I did a little bit of digging, and I found out that Horton, the original book from Dr. Seuss, was first published, I'm going to say 1954, but I don't know that that's correct. Either way, it was published before, about 3 years before the first rendition of The Grinch, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And, which leads me to believe that they are, in fact, the same Whoville. And again, this is just a theory of mine. I didn't do nearly enough looking and to try to prove it. But if you know anything about how snowflakes are made, it's usually ice and snow, or water, collecting around dirt particles in the air, and then freezing to fall as a snowflake. So if Horton's speck sat atop Mount Newell, and here I'm kind of going more movie-based than book-based, but he got it to the top of the mountain. Maybe one day it blew off, flew through the air, collected the snow, and became the very same Whoville. Or maybe this is a cycle that repeats, maybe that's how they know it's Christmas time. The weather changes, they go from being a speck of dust to a snowflake, and it's winter time. Because I have a hard time believing it's winter all year round in the Grinch's Whoville. So my question then is this. If they are in fact the same Whoville, how much time separates Horton's version from the Grinch version? Is it a seasonal thing? Because they both have the mayor, but they're different mayors, which makes sense. They're elected and reelected. They're all known as Whos. And does the Grinch exist within the Horton universe? Because if so, that makes it a very interesting idea, being that Jim Carrey plays both, or has played both. Same person. Has nothing to do with the actual theory. But I'm curious. Is it the same Whoville? Because obviously within our country, even there's cities that have the same name that are not the same place. But the fact that they both are on such small pieces of nature, as it were, and one could beget the other, it would be interesting to know what the timeline is between Horton's speck and the Grinch's snowflake, and does the Grinch exist within the Horton Whoville universe? That would be a story that I would like to see. I would like to see the Grinch story kind of take place outside of Christmas. It would definitely need to be very adapted in order to happen, but I think it's something that would be interesting to know, or kind of see unfold. So, really, I just want to know, what do you think? Are they the same Whoville? Which one comes first? And how much time exists between? So, yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow.